Hi everyone, welcome to today's unboxing. Today we have the new Final Fantasy expansion, Stormblood.
Yep, but before we get into that, I want to tell everyone about the Encyclopedia Erozea, which came out about a month ago. I think it actually came out a while ago, but was sold out on the Square Enix store for a long time. I love these lore books, and this is a really nice one. We're not super into Final Fantasy 14. If you did see our last video, we talked about our experience with it. It is probably our most the MMO we have the most experience with.
Right.
But we're still behind, so actually we can't even play this yet. We got to do some catch up.
Grinding.
Yeah, but lore books are great for any series, and I really appreciate this lore book. It's got a ton of stuff in here. There's chapters about the history, how the world is made up, so basically explaining how the magic works in the world and that kind of stuff. There's all the history. It looks like there's a little bit where it goes through what happened in the original version of Final Fantasy 14, and then it talks about Realm Reborn and also Heavensward stuff, so there's a bunch in here, and then it just goes into the characters, the different places in the game, locations, all kinds of, there's how do you say that, bestiary?
Oh yeah, nice.
Bestiary? How do you say that? Bestiary. Yeah, there's a bestiary in here, a bunch of supplements, just a whole bunch of really cool stuff if you're into the game.
The quality looks really nice too.
Yeah,
they put a lot of work. Even the backgrounds, it's not the usual white page. There's a lot of nice detailing.
I feel like, I don't remember the price, but I feel like it was fairly pricey, but not, seeing it, not nearly as expensive as I would have expected for something that looks like this, right?
Even the cover is really
The cover
nice.
is beautiful, embossed. It's got the, all kinds of foil and stuff. It's just a really nice thing. So I highly recommend you check that out if you're a fan of Final Fantasy 14, although I don't know how hard it is to get a hold of. Before we get into that, I want to thank Square for these.
Oh yeah, all the corners are still intact.
Every collector's edition we've gotten that's been exclusive to the Square Enix store has had a bent corner, whether it was the Nier black box or the Final Fantasy 15 collector's edition, which is crazy expensive. All of this stuff costs so much to get over here, and they always have the corners bent because the cardboard boxes are always pretty much flush to the actual box. So this time they put these things on the top and bottom, and just thank you because this box is undamaged. While I'm actually talking about the price, maybe I'll get into this for a bit, just a quick rant. This thing is stupid expensive. I don't remember what the exact price was. But by the time you add, we live in Canada, so by the time you add the Canadian exchange on there, because our dollar's not doing great, by the time you add the shipping, which is stupid on there, and then it comes and I had to pay duties on this as well, this is probably the first thing I've ever ordered that it's actually gotten here, and I've had to think, this was not worth it. And I think other people are starting to feel the same way because this expansion I don't think it's sold out. It might be sold out now, but you could still pre-order this days before release, so it's not as collector as the previous editions, which sold out really quickly.
That really says something that it wouldn't be sold out almost instantly or within the first couple of days.
I feel like it's more expensive, and I'm getting tired now. This is the fourth Square Enix box that's been this big.
Right, yeah.
I don't have room for this stuff anymore, but I'm a huge Final Fantasy collector. I collect everything Final Fantasy, as far as the games can go. And it's really going to make me think about if I continue that, maybe,
Right.
But regardless, let's actually take a look at the actual thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we might need a joint effort like the previous ones to get this out. Oh.
Yeah. You tip it and I will receive. That is really nice.
The gold box.
Yeah.
That's got the mono art all around the side. Is it on this side? Do people know what we're talking about? Nope. Beautiful mono art. The red mono art on the gold kind of box color. Let's see what's in the box. Cardboard. Cardboard is in the box.
Always.
Oh.
Imported cardboard. I'll hold it.
Well, I don't know how it's attached on the bottom, though. I'm kind of worried about what's going to happen when this thing comes out.
Oh, it has a bottom.
Oh, they thought of everything.
Yeah.
But let's go through the big thing first. The thing that makes the box so big is this statue of Xenos Galvus, Galarian Imperial Army, 13th Legion. So this is a dude from the game. I don't know him. Let's see. The last collector's edition for the first expansion, Heavensward, came with the a beast ride, like a beast, one of the dragons you ride on as a statue. So this looks like it's getting a little more, getting a bit more into the lore. Instead of it just being a generic mount, now it's an actual character from the game. The top says Meister quality figure. I don't know what that means, what the grades of figures are.
Where does Meister fall in the master levels?
So it's one solid piece, aside from the base. Let's see. The paint job is kind of nice.
Yeah, there's some detailing. It's not like a flat color. There's some nice gradients on the cape.
Yeah, the cape is a good. I don't know. It feels a little cheaper than I would expect. The base especially feels super cheap. I think his base is hollow.
Oh.
Which how much I paid for shipping, weight shouldn't have mattered. Yeah, it's all right. To be honest, it's okay. I don't love it. You know, maybe if I grow to appreciate the character a bit more after I'm introduced to him, I might appreciate it a little more. But as it stands, it's all right. Again, this is the main selling point, I think, for the collector's edition. So you kind of...
You almost want a little bit more?
Yeah. But whatever. It's a cool statue. Hopefully he's a super cool character, and then I'll be stoked to have it. Everything else is in the other side of the cardboard here. So there is the game itself for PS4. Inside, what do we say here about the game, actually? New dungeons and raids, obviously. New jobs, including Red Mage and Samurai. And the level cap is raised to 70. So probably as big, if not bigger, than Heavensward. And of course, the new 10, the level cap is up. Inside there is looks like a manual, but actually it is just ads for other Square games, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts. And there is a code here for the exclusive content. The chicken knife weapon, the wind-up Bart's minion, and the Sildria mount. So yeah, these collector's editions always come with exclusive items.
So it also comes with a fairly nice cloth map. I'm not sure how detailed it is, like to actually play using it.
Yeah, actually, is this even... So there's...
looks like it might be a bit more artistic than functional.
I think this is only the new territories. So these must be all the new territories in the game, because it doesn't look like any of the existing stuff. Yeah, the map is decent. Actually, when it was in that little sleeve before you pulled it out, I thought, oh, it's going to be another one of those cheap ones, because a lot of games ship with those really thin cloth maps. This isn't so thick, but it is a step up from those. Yeah, this is decent. There's also the mandatory art book that comes with every collector's edition. This one has about 80 pages. Again, it's the typical stuff we've come to expect from the previous art book. So a lot of characters on white backgrounds, but there's, a couple pages of just really nice art too. And whatever this is, like a sticker.
Is that for your car?
Some kind of decal? Yeah, some kind of...
I guess for like your laptop case or your computer.
No soundtrack.
Actually, yeah, that's surprising.
That's frustrating. Or, for the price, you could throw in a 50-cent CD,
Yeah.
And no, making of DVD, which some of the previous ones came with.
Yeah.
Which, again, for the price, I would expect a little more than this, but I knew what I was buying, so I can't complain. I'm just saying, in general, the value isn't really there.
Right, yeah.
This is really only for the most hardcore collectors, I would say. So yeah, that is it for our Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, one thing I should mention that's really interesting, because I keep talking about how far behind we are in the game, I can't really play this yet. Some things that they're introducing with this is a kind of pay-to-win purchases. So there's 2 specific purchases you can make. You can only make them one time per account. But one is, I forget the cost, so I won't even guess, but I feel like it's probably about the cost of what a monthly what 1 month would cost. You can skip all the content and jump right into this, which I don't know why anyone would do that. I mean, I guess if you have friends who are playing and you want to get on board, although then you don't know how to play, right? So these games are so structured around you knowing your role and knowing how to play that it just seems like, I don't know who would buy that at all. Maybe they gave out those codes free to reviewers or something, and then they figure, why not just sell them because we have them. The other one is something I may take up on, which is, I think for the same cost, you get only once you can automatically level up a job to, I feel like it's 60, probably 60 and maybe 70, but basically you level up one job to the point where you're strong enough to beat all the existing content. Which, if you don't play Final Fantasy XIV, the job system plays like other Final Fantasies. You can take on multiple jobs and get sub-jobs, but you have to switch between the jobs. That sets your character level, and you level up jobs separately. So even though you have a character that's pretty high, it may be worth to pay that fee and get another character up there, because like I said, we love this game, but we're not that big MMO players, and we don't want to have to waste that time grinding.
Right, so that would definitely be helpful to jump into the new expansion and not have to do all that grinding and catching up. So thanks for checking out this unboxing.
I think next we have the collector's edition of the Final Fantasy XII remake coming out, or update.
Nice.
So it's a big box like this too, so we'll go through that when it comes out. It's another Square Enix Store exclusive.
Nice.
Bye.
Bye.